Alrighty, this here is Zoe. She's 2 years old. Her owner's goals for this training is to be able to enjoy, time with their doggo. She's so afraid that she won't even go up to them. She's not really able to enjoy being around them and doing stuff with them because the whole time she's just waiting for a chance to go hide. And so I'm just trying to see, what she knows. She's pretty upset right now because I have that collar on her and she's not used to wearing any gear. She's also not trained on a leash. So it's going to be starting at the bare basics for this girl. And a lot of her training is going to be behavioral. I'm not going to harp on her learning just all kinds of obedience tasks. I need her to know just enough. And you can even see, she won't eat any of this, and she's just too afraid. And I'm trying to, camp my body, not give strong eye contact, the normal stuff you do to help a pupper know you're not, a threat to them. And she's just frozen in fear. So next 2 weeks we'll be focusing a lot on her behavior and trying to build her confidence, stuff like that. Alrighty, I wanted to show why I stopped doing training the way I traditionally would. And you're going to see me, I'm going to apply some leash pressure. I'm trying to untangle her from under the table. I'm not using the e-collar, I'm not using anything. And she kind of has this little meltdown. As soon as she notices there's leash pressure, and you can kind of even see the momentum kind of leaving her as she continues. And this is what made me realize we had to switch to a different training style. And here's that same day, I'm trying to just walk her, and she is so upset with me. She's fighting me on the leash. She's just throwing herself around. And right here, I'm trying not to get tangled up in her leash, because if I do, she has one of those little freakouts. Well, she got tangled and she freaked out and she made me fall. And there's me down there contemplating my life choices. But what it's really telling me is the training I'm trying to do isn't working, and I need to go back and brainstorm and figure out if what I'm asking and expecting out of this dog is realistic for what she's been through, or I guess in her mind what she's been through and how she views the world. Alrighty, so Zoe's after video is going to be a little bit different than other dogs. During her 2-week board and train, I recognized that she had crippling anxiety and fear. She was stuck in fight or flight, and new environments would stress her out to an extreme. She could not even function in those environments. So instead of trying to get her to walk perfectly at my heel, I am instead just going to ask that she be confident and investigate things that scare her. I'm also going to ignore, the way she acts when she's in anxiety and having some fear. And by ignoring those, I'm not rewarding that behavior. And I'm not, validating for her that, she should be scared. Instead, I'm just going to ignore it and keep walking around. And she's never been here before. I'm surprised and proud of her, because typically she would have just been fighting that leash and then trying to find somewhere to hide. But you can see her, she's sniffing and she's running around. And you can even see at times she's in front of me. And before, she couldn't do any of this. Previously, she had no leash training at all. She wasn't used to wearing any type of, collar or gear. So she's been through a lot in 2 weeks, and she's done amazing. And you can see, on the ground here, that all kinds of different textures, all kinds of different, feels on her feet. They probably all smell different. This is a lot for a dog to take in, and she's doing good, but you can see she's doing the anxiety circles. But look, her tail's not tucked. Her ears are kind of up and down. You know, she's a little bit on edge, but at the same time, she's kind of learning how to enjoy it. We have to take our dogs to new environments, and they have to have, you know, positive things happen there. It has to end good for them to understand, you know, how to act and what's good and what's bad. And in the past, everywhere she's taken, she was probably held, and, you know, unfortunately, we think it's calming to pet our dogs when they're scared, but it's just more of a reward and telling them, yes, please be afraid. We should be afraid in this moment. And so that kind of stuff takes, you know, a long time to adjust behavior like that. It's just like with us. When we're learning a new habit, it's going to take some time. And we're going to continue after this. We're going to do probably, I'd say, 2 refreshers a week for quite some time. She's got a lot of work she needs, but I am impressed with her in this 2-week duration that I had with her, and she did really good.